We've been doing a lot of stuff with our agents, our admin, not so much with our VAs as of yet, but still a little bit. And I thought this would be an interesting episode about talking about how we utilize video internally to make a better, smoother experience to help us find our target demographic. And then also, as we scale, to be able to show someone how to do things without doing it over and over and over again.
Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with eXp Realty in San Diego.
My name is Bryan Koci. I'm Bryan Koci, Director of Marketing here at Whissel Realty Group.
I went to a music festival this weekend. I got no voice.
Is that where you got that shirt from?
No, I just got the shirt. This is like a new golf shirt I got. I felt like breaking it in today.
It is. I mean, this coming from a guy who wore a cat taco
who has
shirt.
Blue pants and a purple polo on.
Yeah, that's fine. It's in the same color. Whatever. That's a loud shirt. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube.
So the goal of the show is to give you the tools, techniques, and tactics. Go out there and crush it in your business. The way that we like to do that is to answer the questions that you have for us. If you have a question you want to have us answer on a future episode of the show, you can always go to thewhisselway.com, ask us questions, subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel, join our referral network, private Facebook page, and get on our email newsletter, and find out about all of our upcoming events, all at thewhisselway.com. If you enjoyed the show today, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button, let YouTube know you're enjoying it. If you got a question, throw it in the comments. And if you want more of our content, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And if you are listening on a podcast platform, hook us up with a review. Reviews on podcast platforms are super valuable, and it would be greatly appreciated. With that said, Bryan, you can now talk the rest of the time.
So, yeah, I think that you're about done there. I wanted to talk about something a little bit different. We talk a lot about video. I still want to talk about video. And we obviously know it's a great platform to get your face, your name, your voice, if that's what you call that right now, your personality in front of clients and potential clients. We know that. We talk a lot about that. We have our whole course, Media Mayor Mastermind, which talks about how we get in front of our audience or within their sphere and really take advantage of that. I wanted to kind of flip it a little bit. We've been using lately, even more and more, a lot of video internally that isn't client facing. We've been doing a lot of stuff with our agents, our admin, not so much with our VAs as of yet, but still a little bit. And I thought this would be an interesting episode about talking about how we utilize video internally to make a better, smoother experience to help us find our target demographic. And then also, as we scale, to be able to show someone how to do things without doing it over and over and over again.
Yes.
Good. So I broke this down into 4 categories. I'm going to talk most of it, and Kyle will say yes every once in a while.
Yes.
And we'll just go from there. So the first section I had broken out was for hiring. So, and in this, I'm not talking about Zoom interviews. This is what we're using this primarily for is kind of screening out potential hires to join the team as agents. So
it's that. Are you talking about the webpage we have built or the video interview?
Video interview.
Okay. I think you should talk about the webpage too, though, how we're integrating video in that part.
That's a good point too. So I didn't even think about that. So one of the things that we're doing even before they get there is they land on our webpage. So if you're looking to join Whissel Realty Group, you can Google it. It'll show up. And on our website, we have a couple videos. One is a video that Tom created that kind of talks about the culture of the company, what it looks like, what it feels like to really be part of Whissel Realty Group. And then we have other couple of videos from our director of sales talking about our training program and our $100,000 agent guarantee. So that way they can kind of get a vibe from the very, very beginning to see that we're very video focused. We're video first. It's important to us. We're tech savvy. We're tech forward. It's very apparent from the beginning that this is kind of the direction of our company, even if they haven't seen any of our YouTube channel, our podcast, even if they haven't heard any of that, they see right when they're looking to join we're very video first.
Yes.
Thank you. And so once they go,
but it also is a way to build value first, because if you have like a join page or now hiring page or whatever on your website, if people go there and all there is a form to fill out, you're going to lose people, right? Because that's like going to a listing appointment and putting the contract in front of somebody to sign. Like, you don't do that. You build value, then you ask for a signature. Same thing. If you just put a page there, it's like, all right, sign up here. Why the hell should I? Give me a reason to sign up. And that's what the videos do.
And one of the things that I like to do, the more we do these things, is try and figure out how to appeal to different personality types. So I know if Kyle were to go there, he'd go, oh, cool. We have the videos, but we also have some kind of bullet points explaining it. He'll skim through the bullet points and go right to the form. Let's go. Right. But if you have someone that's a very high C that wants more and more and more information, we provide that as well, so they can really dig into exactly what it is we're looking at. Cool?
Yes.
So from there, then we bring them, there's a button to do a on-demand video interview, or two-way, they call it two-way? One-way video interview. And so how it works is we had it as our director of sales, Brandy. She recorded a set of videos one time. She recorded them, we uploaded them to the system. And now when someone is interested in joining, they click on the page. It pops up a kind of like a Loom, or it basically uses your webcam. And they can do an interview where Brandy asks the video question, and then they respond via video, answering the question. This does a couple things. One, again, it reinforces that we're video centric. Two, it really gives us a vibe for kind of how they interact on video, which is important in this post or during COVID realm where video is still a big thing on Zoom. And so how do they present themselves? How do they communicate? How do they prepare? How do they think on their feet? All of these things we can do, and we utilize videoask.com. And so I think I checked, their most expensive plan is like $40 a month if you pay for it for the full year. So it's $600 for the year. And it's really cool because you upload your videos, they respond with their videos. And then if you're really tech savvy or really a nerd, you can utilize systems like Zapier to make them go from Video Ask into Follow Up Boss. It doesn't matter. Kyle gave me the look of, you're going too deep again. I'm sorry.
Yes. The thing that I like about this system is that somebody can interview with us 24 hours a day. So whether they wanted to do it at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m., they can. Also, we can watch their interview 24/7. So if we want to watch their interview at 3 a.m. that they record at 3 p.m., we can. It doesn't require us to meet somebody at the same place at the same time, which I think is a barrier to entry. Now, arguably, having to do the interview via video is a barrier to entry, but that's a barrier we want to put up because we are so video centric. If somebody is not willing to put themselves on camera, it might not be the best fit to be a part of our team.
Yeah, and so we definitely probably have less leads per se than we would if we didn't have that, right? If it was just a form to fill out. But it helps us select out what we want, and we only want a certain amount per month anyway, so we're doing good there. What else do I have here? I think that the other thing I mentioned earlier, I did a coaching call on this, kind of along the lines you did, is we don't have to set up a calendar, just kind of like what you said. If Brandy's super busy or she's out of town and she goes, oh, sign up on my Calendly and the first time available is in a week and a half. If an agent's ready to go, they might have chosen another team and onboarded in a week and a half. So this will allow them to do it after they put their kids to bed, before they go to school, on their lunch break at work, like however it fits with their schedule. They can do that without overloading Brandy's calendar. And again, all that we're doing now is working on scaling. So we can do this with, if we're hiring 2 agents a month or 200 agents a month, we can scale this and it doesn't take any more work up front. We can just have more people work on the back end to filter through.
And this also saves Brandy time from setting up a 30-minute meeting with somebody And within one sentence, you know they're a waste of time. And so it helps us screen out people that we just know we're not going to be a fit.
Yeah, because how shitty is that? You're like, hey, set up a 30-minute Zoom, and they set up a 30-minute Zoom, and you're like, I have to go. I don't like you. You can't do that. So cool. That's how we utilize video in hiring. Again, we use videoask.com. I'm really a big fan of that. The next kind of so how I'll get to before we even get to onboarding. So she watches the video. She either says yes, I like them, or no, I don't like them. If she says yes, I like them, she schedules a Zoom interview with them. If she says no, I don't like them, an email goes out saying thanks but no thanks. Appreciate you. You're not a fit. I would say it's nicer than that, but it's pretty similar to that. And so once they do a video interview, turns out they're a good fit for the team. This is the next time that we use video that I really, really like. And it's during our onboarding process. So we have agents join the team once a month. We have once a month classes. And so sometimes they might join, today, on the 6th of the month, but they've already missed this month. So they have to join next month. So they've got some time. So one of the things that we've done, again, we utilize Follow Up Boss. Again, for the tech nerds out there, we created an action plan in Follow Up Boss based on a stage change, which will send one email a day for, I think, 8 or 9 days. So that's for you nerds out there. But we built out a action plan to where once a day, Brandy, our director of sales, is introducing the new agent to each member of our leadership team. So every one of us on the leadership team did a quick little video. Hey, I'm Brian. I'm director of marketing. This is what I do. If you have questions about this, come to me. And this is a little bit about me personally. So that way, by the time they get to the office and see us, it's not the first time they've seen us, not the first time they've introduced themselves or that we've introduced ourselves. I don't know if this has happened to you yet, Kyle, but I bet you it would be pretty embarrassing if someone goes, oh, hey, I'm Johnny. What's your name? And you're like, I'm Kyle. This is my place. Like, that would make them feel like an idiot, which we obviously don't want them to do. So it helps kind of get them comfortable with who we are, what do we look like, what do we sound like, but also where they go to. I know starting a new job is always difficult because you don't know who to ask for help if you have a problem. You go, oh, I have this issue. Do I go here? Do I go here? It gets confusing. So we've tried to help simplify that and kind of put a friendly face to the name and get them indoctrinated into our culture and into who they're working with sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Some of the things that we can also do that we don't, but say you don't have a 8-person leadership team, but you want to do something like this. You can do videos. Again, I like little videos, doing them short once a day, just to kind of get them ready. But
just
you can
give them TikToks.
TikTok videos.
Make TikTok part of your onboarding.
But like what to expect videos, I think would be really helpful. Hey, when you onboard, you're going to do this, then you're going to do this, and you're going to do this. You can talk about your core values. Again, we have 5 core values. Doing one a day could be kind of cool. Or explaining your USPs. I think, again, this is super important. What makes you unique? Giving those USPs early and often, so that way when they get in and they're sitting in with you on a consultation, they're not like, I've never heard of that before. At least they got a little bit of information about it so far. Bueno?
Yes.
The next section I have is on training. And so obviously lots of different ways you can do this. You can do one-on-one training. And that's probably the best way when you have 0 people on your staff. If you're only looking to hire 1 person a year, let's do one-on-one training, handhold them through the process. But again, that's not scalable. If you're looking to bring on 20, 30, 40 people, that's not scalable. That's going to take way too much time, and you're going to have way too much admin staff. So what we did is we utilized teachable.com, and we recorded, by we, I mean Kyle, recorded basically all that you need to know through this course. And what's great about this course is you can go through step by step by step. Again, little videos, 1, 2, 3, 5-minute videos, so they can kind of work through it. And it's just kind of like an online course. So that way, if they have questions about a certain thing, or if they want to go back to watch something later, it just helps them get ready for working here at Whissel. So I broke down some of our main sections. So these may work for you, these may not. But first, we talked about onboarding with the brokerage. We're brokered by EXP. So therefore, there's some things that we have to do with EXP. And then the next section is onboarding with the team. So there's some things that are different between the two. We wanted to make sure we break it down individually so that way they don't join Whissel, but they never joined EXP. That causes problems with getting paid, I've heard. Different profiles to set up and update, the systems that we used, some sales skills, some contracts, and some of the contracts stuff is kind of basic in terms of what is this type of contract. But most of it is specific to how do you submit this? How do you utilize our systems to do these contracts? How do you utilize our templates and all that sort of stuff that we use to make it easy for you? We have different sections on each department, and then we talk about some of our vendor partners. So again, they can get familiar with these people and start utilizing their vendor partners. So when someone says, "Hey, do you have a lender?" They already go, "Yes, I already know someone." They have a video about them. They have their contact information. They know who they are right away.
Yes.
Good. This is going to be the best video there is. They were like, more Bryan, less Kyle. And finally, the one that we have is one that we've launched this year and we keep working on, and is our knowledge base. So these people have already interviewed, they've been hired, they've been onboarded, they've went through training. What we're looking for now is a system that we can, or what we found with this is a system that we can provide value on a consistent basis, find something that's searchable so that way if they have questions, the agents can search for it. And we found that in Zendesk.com. It's our knowledge-based library. They have two sides of Zendesk. One is their ticketing side, which is fairly expensive, but pretty much industry standard. If you go to, I think does Ylopo have it? I think Follow Up Boss has it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not using like Google, whatever, a real company's using Zendesk. And so we use their knowledge base because it's really searchable. You can format it in different ways. You can have it sectioned out, which is really great. And again, we put up a lot of stuff to where that is the first place that someone should go that's on the team when they have a question. We have all of our USPs, our core values, our information on how to print in each office, how to access offices after hours, how to utilize the moving truck, how to, when we have calls with our coaches, we put it in there. When we have meetings with our team, we put it in there. If we have unique issues with or unique processes on Follow Up Boss or Ylopo or contracts or any of that stuff, we put everything in our knowledge base. And if it's not in there, they'll ask us on Slack, then we put it in our knowledge base. And Zendesk.com we found is a good solution for that. And so like the sections we have, again, I like to share this because I feel like once you have a blueprint, it's a lot easier to put it together. But we have our important information, our office information, meetings and webinars, systems and platforms, different departments like media and marketing, finance, operations. We have sales skills. We have stuff for buyers. We have stuff for sellers. And we have our vendors list. So with that, I was pretty good on time too. That is how we utilize video internally for a majority of the things. Some things I didn't mention with the knowledge base and the training specifically, we use Loom, LOOM.com to film a lot of those videos. But the rest of the systems I told you about, easy.
Feel good about it?
I do.
Good.
Do you feel good about it?
Yep. Because I didn't have to talk.
I would say, if you said no, that would be pretty embarrassing. He's going to say yes, and then he's like, yeah, I didn't like 90% of that. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the key is just all of those things allow you to duplicate yourself. If you run a company where every time somebody has a question, they're going to you directly, it's dependent on you being available and saying the same thing you've already said a million times, you're never going to get to that next level in business. As soon as you start to build systems like this, they duplicate you and free up your time while still giving people what they need. That's what's going to help you get to that next level.
And the great thing is Zendesk, Teachable, all of this is it's available 24/7. So when we have our night owl agents that are writing contracts in 3 a.m., they have access to this. They can find their own answers when someone's not available as well. Yep. So not only can you duplicate yourself, you can be available 24/7.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Well, hopefully you guys got some value out of that. We will get to our widget of the week, but before we do, if you enjoyed that episode, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button, let YouTube know you did. If you got questions, throw them in the comments. And if you want more of that content, hit the subscribe button, little notification bell. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, hook us up with a review. We would really love a review, whether you're on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, whatever. Hook us up with a review. It means a lot to us. And if you have questions you want to have us answer on a future episode of the show, go to thewhisselway.com. Ask us questions, subscribe to the podcast and YouTube channel, join our referral network, email newsletter, private Facebook group. We share a lot of inside stuff in there. And get dialed in with our digital Media Mayor Mastermind course where you can learn everything Bryan and I have learned about shooting videos over the last 7 years, almost 8 years, in a nice little package. And it is half off right now. So jump on that, thewhisselway.com.
Yes.
All right, Whissel widget of the week, something we like to utilize in our business, saves us time, makes us more money, or just helps us have more fun.
This is something that I don't utilize in my business, but it's something I spent some time over this weekend doing, and I think it could be helpful for either you or your clients if you're looking for a little bit more space, but don't want to add on to the house. And again, this isn't something that's unique or fresh, but it's something that I've looked into, and it might be a refresher for some of you guys. But I know, Home Depot's all across the country, and I'm sure these are all at Home Depots, but I'm looking into adding another tough shed in my backyard. These are high quality sheds. They're not the plastic or metal kind. They have wood walls. They've got a solid foundation. I don't know if that's true, if they have a solid foundation.
You have to have a foundation to put it on, yes.
Yeah.
They won't just put it on dirt.
No, they did put mine on dirt. My first one on dirt.
Really?
Uh-huh.
With no concrete under it?
Uh-huh. They put it on dirt. But it has to be within 4 inches of level. So they have to, whatever. But yeah, they put it on dirt. And so I'm looking to get one for my myself and my wife that we can use as an office. So we're looking at putting some flooring in. We've got to drywall and insulate it ourselves. We got to put an air conditioning in, but they'll put in the doors and the windows, and it's going to be a nice little she shed or man cave, or eventually we'll put our aunt out there, and that'll be her little sewing shed. But yeah, tough shed is something I'm looking for. If your client's looking for more space and they want an ADU for $10,000, you laugh at them, say, well, this isn't an ADU, but you could do something like this.
Is that what they called it, an ADU? At Tough Shed? Or
no? No. But if your client's looking for an ADU and they're like, yeah, I'm looking for like $10,000, and you're like, no, they're like $100,000 for an ADU. This might be something that they can look into and have a little office that's detached from the house. I wouldn't put a kid in there.
How far out are they on install right now?
They told me a week. They said they can get it out in a week. If in California, or maybe this is in San Diego, I don't know. In Santee at least, they said the biggest we can go is 10 by 12 without needing permits. If they need permits, they're 9 to 12 months out. Jeez. So we're going to do 10 by 12 and go from there.
Cool. Well, I'm going to do one that we literally just talked about, but we haven't done as a widget of the week yet.
You asshole. Which one is it? Because I was looking for that.
This little one that is a great knowledge library that is just making things very, very easy for all of our admins and our agents, and that is Zendesk, which we have not done Zendesk yet.
Are you positive?
Well, if we did, we're doing it again.
Let's do it again.
It's just become a really good thing for us. Anytime an agent has a question, if we feel that's an answer that is going to help an agent in the future, we'll take that question, we'll put it in Zendesk. Now it becomes searchable for future agents of Whissel, which is huge. We're putting all of our company meetings in there to make them very searchable. And it's just become a really good repository of information that our agents can make withdrawals from at later points. So it's one of those things that literally every week it's getting better and better and better to where it's going to become such a valuable resource. You could probably sell that resource for money because it's that damn valuable, and it's going to save Bryan time and me time and the rest of the company time, both those that are giving answers and those that need answers. So Zendesk.com. It's pretty rad.
Love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us and bearing with my awful voice today. I am Kyle Whissel with eXp Realty in San Diego.
I'm Bryan Koci.
We'll see you next week.
Later.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.